Ted Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers.
Ted Jones, I also call him the eighth wonder of the real estate world.
Ted Jones, who knows, it could be...
Ted Jones?
The Ted Jones World Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the 28th episode of the Ted Jones World Podcast. I am your host, Ted Jones, and to the left of me, to the right of you viewing on the camera over there, we have producer Pat Charmel. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
How's it going,
so
dude?
Good.
We have the same pillows here. I bought these pillow covers, and it took me a couple times on Amazon to buy pillow covers because when you search for, pillows on Amazon, it's hard to just specifically find covers. They'll send you pillows. Well, you'll think that they are covers, but they're pillows itself. It's
tough.
tough.
Hard to find ones that are the exact same size as your pillow,
Right. I had to whip out the measuring tape.
Did you?
So this is pretty irrelevant to the podcast, but hey, we talk about crazy stuff here. Sometimes we get calls from people, we pick it up. We got a little Bluetooth connector here. But Pat, as I say always, a lot of stuff going on in the world, man.
So much stuff going on in the world.
So, dude, first things first, wearing the Ted Jones World Podcast t-shirt. We still have a number of them left in stock. Pat wears his frequently. Big supporter of the Ted Jones World Podcast because, hey, he's a big part of it. And we love him over here. So we were actually supposed to have... I don't really want to say guest, but definitely a special edition for this specific episode. We were going to have Katie on this episode. Katie's a good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And she was going to be coming on doing fact checking. She got caught up at another gig. So we'll have her on another time. But we look forward to that. Pat, I think we should all
be fake news. There's no fact checker, so we're just gonna say whatever we want.
Oh, right. No, she'll have the computer, and then just depending on whatever we say, she'll likely call us out. So I'm wearing a backwards hat right now, as you can tell, and
very cool, very college.
So it's fresh, dude. So I was just talking to you about how I have the hedgehog situation right now in between short and long. Used to have that very long hair.
Phase.
Now I'm in that very awkward stage. But this stage, from what I remember when I was trying to grow out my hair longer initially, this is like a 3 or 4 month period, man.
Really?
Yeah.
So
could be brutal. I might be in it for the long haul. See, that's the thing. Like, eventually I'll just get so annoyed with the long hair or the situation where it looks awkward that I'll just cut it.
I think the long hair is kind of out.
It might be out. Our boy has really long hair. He's actually just became a dad.
Yeah.
So maybe he just needs to shape up and cut it. But he actually looks good. He looks good. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
are you gonna rock the bun? You used to rock but you rocked it like ironically. You didn't wear it like seriously.
Though. But I might have wanted to eventually wear it seriously, where I had like gotten to the length where it'd be like serious enough where you can take me as like a man bun guy. But I had the ponytail man bun. Initially, Siri listening in on our combo
Seriously?
right here. Hold on one second. This is very odd.
Would you say serious? Is that what it?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's weird. Mm-hmm. So I also learned the other day that you can just say "hey" S word. If you say "hey," you say it so she won't understand it. Just say the Siri. Yeah. If you say that,
why won't she?
She'll listen, and then she will, dude. If you say it right now, the iPad will definitely pick it up, which is messed up. So like you didn't even have to hold the button anymore.
I know.
I had thought that you initially had to do that, man.
Nope.
So Pat, you want to get right into it? This is a little bit of a scary time, man.
It's very scary.
There's coronavirus, bro. There's a lot of stuff going around.
Scared to go on the subway.
Are you?
I don't want to touch anyone. Because usually when I'm on the subway, I'm always touching people.
Well, I assume you're always touching the pole.
No, I'm just inappropriately touching people on the subway.
No, you're not. Are you? Okay, but anyway, I feel like you can't sit down right now on the subway.
I still sit.
Do you?
Yeah.
But, okay,
I try
just
not
wash
to touch
your
the pole.
hands.
Yeah,
Right.
I washed it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like there's mixed reports. They're saying, oh, it's airborne. No, it's not airborne. It's droplet.
Right, like cough droplets.
Yeah, cough droplets.
Sneeze,
cough
attacks.
Droplets,
yeah.
Let me get a bag of cough droplets.
Yeah, literally. But it's just a weird time where like, what can we fully expect? Like colleges are going fully online. Ultra and Coachella both canceled.
Yeah.
Well, the
Coachella's
Coachella's postponed
South by
till
Southwest.
October. South by Southwest in Texas canceled. But I guess just like the international festivals, like Indian Wells, the tennis tournament that was canceled. I had been to that tournament once. It was such a fun tournament, and it's such a huge tennis tournament too, because it's like one of the premier events for the most part. That's like not Wimbledon, the French Open, U.S. Open,
Right.
or the Australian Open. So that was just like a big thing in tennis when it got canceled, and then shortly after that,
I'm hoping
they
like
canceled Coachella.
I'm hoping all these companies realize after having to work from home for like this entire week or the week before that it's just better that way.
Right.
You know, just
Yeah,
get,
and
we
you
won't
just,
have
like,
to ever
stick
go back
to
into
it.
an office.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of things can be done from home, especially
Seriously,
since
yeah.
like these days I feel like things are more email oriented.
Yeah, and,
and
like,
like
there's
communication
FaceTime and
oriented.
there's-
Yeah, you're right.
When do you ever even like most people don't even ever see their boss? Like,
True.
you know, when
Or
are they
like how often do you
interacting?
need to really be in that particular space
In
in
a lot
the,
of jobs
in
you
the
don't
office?
need to. You don't need to.
Right.
It's
And
just
I
to
see
keep
like
track of
Instagram and
employees.
Facebook, like a couple of my friends who are working for those companies, like they
Yeah.
have no problem working from home.
Oh yeah, no.
But the thing
Well, they're doing
is,
a lot of coding and stuff. I
right.
think.
But the thing is, I feel like working at home, just in general, if you have actual stuff to do and you're actually working from
Yeah,
home,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
harder to do.
Well, yeah.
Just because like you're in like a controlled environment at work and everybody
Well, yeah, it's
around
definitely
you is, like,
hard to be
in the
motivated.
cubicle or whatever.
when you're working from home, it's hard to stay like focused. But then they say, I think I read an article that said they did a study and more people are more productive at home. I don't know.
Well, I think it just like depends on like the vibe in your space wherever you are. So like in
Yeah.
your home, you're usually more chill maybe, and you can get shit done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But cool. So, Pat,
What are you looking at?
so I'm actually looking at my notes over here, but I wanted to mention quickly to the viewers and listeners, I have an improv show this Friday. Pat, I hope that you're coming, man.
We'll see.
We'll see. UCB Theater, 555 West 42nd Street. I've been working with these kids in this class for the past 8 weeks. So we have a show this Friday, which is March 13th. And then we have a show next Friday, which is March 20th. This is an improv show, improv comedy. If you enjoy that, I would suggest you come. It will
Yeah.
be fun. 6 p.m. this Friday, March 13th, and 6 p.m. the following Friday. And tickets are $7. There will be light beverages such as beer and wine.
Lunch and pie.
Yeah, and Pat, so we actually have a comedy show, you and I, that
Yes.
we're going to be working a little bit together on this show
Yep.
next Wednesday. The date of that is March 18th, 8 p.m. We can't say where it's going to be
It's a secret
located yet.
location.
It is a secret location. We're very excited about that. The reason it's secret for now is because the guest list is going to be extremely I don't want to say
Exclusive.
yes. I was going to say limited, but yes, exclusive.
You got to be someone. You got to know someone.
Yeah, so like
AKA Ted Jones.
yeah, so it's going to be like probably 35 to 40 people entry, but we'll give out the location. I'd
We'll
say
drop some
24 hours in
hints.
advance, man.
Yeah, I think you should
Should we drop some hints too?
Yeah, you can't like just say this is where it's
Right,
gonna
right,
be.
right,
You
right,
gotta do like
Dude, start with neighborhood.
Yeah, like
and then
Jimmy
go to the
Kimmel.
sound of that.
Jimmy Kimmel.
I know Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Every week he gives away like 2 tickets to his show.
Uh-huh.
And he like the day before, and he'll send out one of his like interns, and the intern goes to somewhere in the city
And like places the tickets
or
somewhere.
just takes a picture of himself or herself wherever he or she is, and then the person who is like looking at Instagram can go get the tickets. Whoever's like the first person to go find the intern or PA gets the tickets.
Oh, cool. Well, we'll see how the first one
I'll
goes.
just go stand somewhere. With
Yeah,
2
yeah.
tickets to
That could be
show,
the move.
Union Square.
That
Just,
could
like,
be the
standing
move,
there.
dude. Oh, we'll hand out the Ted Jones World Podcast stickers.
Oh, those are the tickets.
It could be the move.
Wow.
That could be the move. We'll see. We'll see how this first one goes, but hopefully it could be I would like to say weekly occurrence, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll we'll keep you guys posted, but anyway, so this Friday, we'll just recap really quick. This Friday got an improv show, 555 West 42nd Street, UCB Theater, and then as well as the following Friday, have that same show, 6 p.m. And then we have a comedy show, Pat and I doing on March 18th, Wednesday, 8 p.m. And stay tuned. I'll let you know the location, or DM me for the address. Actually, I will give you the address if you DM me. How's about that?
We'll see.
If
you
we'll
like
see.
you.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we can make that happen. But all that stuff is cool beans, as they say, Pat. So, just on the scale of how worried you actually are about this virus, dude, I would think that at this virus kind of is eerily similar to the Spanish flu. Are you familiar with the Spanish flu?
Yeah.
Wiped out a number of people. I believe it was like 30 million people back in 1910s ish,
Yeah.
between 1910 and 1920, 1913 ish. And maybe not equally as serious, but the Spanish flu was known for coming around the springtime and then settled down in the summer and then got really bad again. in the fall.
Well,
So
they're saying-
hopefully the coronavirus is not the same situation.
Well, I guess New York has the most cases out of any state right now. But then I was reading an article or a tweet from the World Health Organization, and they said that it's going down in China. So that China cases are tailing off, but I don't know. Could be fake news.
Well, China's doing
news.
a huge. I don't know if they want to say like quarantine, maybe as a country, but like Italy is on complete lockdown
Like everyone's
right
just
now
in their apartments taking siestas.
Yes,
That's
so you don't
Spain,
even.
but-
So, dude, you don't even have to start. Like you don't even.
They don't work in Italy.
You don't have to pay
anyway.
mortgages. Like they halted mortgage payments, and yeah.
Wow.
I saw
Well, I think
that.
they're saying they're gonna they were gonna do. Trump is supposed to do some like stimulus package. So
Oh, for
like,
them?
No, for us.
All right.
For like co-pays for Corona testing.
Okay, we'll see. And
and
also, like me coughing is just like also bad
Yeah.
news. Like I feel like if I cough around anyone, or as I'm touching my face right now, yeah,
You just
people are
coughed into the air.
exactly. I coughed into the air. Well, I didn't cough into the air. Oh,
didn't?
I did. You're right. I
Yeah,
coughed like
you
on
did.
the wall.
Yeah,
might have
like
hit that
bounced
wall,
off,
bounced it. Yeah. You're dead. You're dead.
Whoa.
Just kidding. But no, seriously, we hope that everyone is well with that. Apparently, it's only really fully affecting. I don't want to say older
Elderly,
people, but
elderly.
okay, elderly people who have respiratory problems.
Well, they're saying that it hasn't killed anyone under the age of 10, but it's killing a lot of old people. Whereas the flu often does kill people, but no infant or like.
Apparently, it
toddler
has a
hasn't
tough
killed-
time connecting to the younger lungs. Maybe,
really?
yeah,
Is that
maybe
what-
it's
okay.
like they're smaller, or there just aren't enough. I don't
No,
really
yeah, I mean,
know
let's
that.
not-
There's
yeah.
there's not enough.
We don't know the
stuff
scientific
in their
term, but
lungs.
it doesn't stick to their lungs,
contaminated
according to
yes,
Dr. Jones.
yes, exactly. Thank you. Now, tune back in for Dr. Jones, episode 29.
Dr. Jones hour.
The theory of doctors. All right. So Pat, just thinking about, calling myself a doctor, whatever, not really knowing much about this particular disease. Okay, fine,
Virus,
fair enough.
virus.
Virus. But in all these schools shutting down college and whatever, is college even really necessary? Let's just jump over to the topic. You and I were
That's kind of a big
discussing
topic to
this,
talk
man. I
about.
think we can just fully get into it. They haven't taught us anything at school, like especially coming around
Oh, yeah.
on tax season. I think you and I both have a bone to pick
Yeah.
with high schools and universities all over the country. Pat, you want to start?
Well, yeah, no one ever teaches you taxes in high school, in college, and even like your parents don't. I mean, my parents didn't really.
No,
teach
mine
me
didn't.
about
My
taxes.
parents didn't teach me anything.
Like
about
I was
taxes.
telling you, I'm 28, and I'm just starting to learn about taxes. So it's like I don't know, it's weird. And college, yeah, it's not. I don't think it's worth all the money you spend on college, unless you're going to be. I'm kind of jumping topics here, but unless you're going to be a doctor, an architect, a lawyer,
or an accountant,
or
maybe.
an accountant. There's like 6 or 7
where you have to, where you
professions
can actually learn
where
your
you-
craft
yeah,
in
exactly.
college.
Where
Like,
you,
besides that,
you kind of need to.
like a history
Other than
major, dude, you could just read those textbooks by yourself.
Even like film school
Films,
now.
you could just watch
You
those
could watch
movies by
YouTube
yourself.
videos. Like
Yeah.
everyone's it's insane. You can watch
Yeah.
a tutorial on literally anything on the internet.
I mean, there's physical therapy on the anything that's like physical kind of or
Physical therapy, I think you
or
need
visual.
special certificate to
Right,
know
right.
how to
Maybe like anything that's
touch
really,
people's limbs. but
anything that's really visual. Maybe you don't need to
you
go
don't
to
need
college
it. Yeah,
for.
no. Which is crazy. I mean, it's so
Art?
much money.
Art? Yeah, no. Art. You can just look at. You can just go to
Art.
museums. You don't gotta go. You don't have to go to college.
Well, it depends on what kind of art. If you're
art
just
history. Yeah,
art
go to
history,
museums.
but then you can go to museums, I guess. But
Yeah.
no, I guess you need. I don't know. A lot of it. I would say for 80% of the people who go to college, it's not really necessary.
useless. Yes.
Like for my job,
easy route. If I
didn't need to
if
go to
I could
college
just
for
if
it.
I could just go rewind and just convince my parents to give me $40,000 a year for 4 years,
yeah,
instead of
seriously.
them spend
to
it,
invest in a
would've been fresh.
career. Say you wanted to invest in this. doing entertainment,
Yeah.
doing podcasts. You
In,
could have had your
Ted
you could have
Jones
had
world.
You could have had a studio. You could have had.
We've got the studio.
I know,
we
but
got
I'm
the
saying, you
equipment.
get my point.
Yes, you're saying
But, like, yeah, if
we
your
are a
parents
couple
just-
steps behind.
If your parents invest in you
In Ted Jones
and
world.
I think that it should be your parents. You have some sort of fund that someone else controls the fund, and they put money into it, and it goes towards a hobby that you have or an aspiration that you have, whether it's media. Why?
This is great, dude.
This is
Keep it
basically
up.
college,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
bullshit. You go and party.
Right. But also,
This
but
is
you're-
going towards.
And what your parents are like, it's best for you to go to college.
Right.
Like,
Well,
all
that's-
right.
that's
But
old.
no, it's
That's-
also best for,
it
you
helps-
to invest in the business. What
Right.
if I want to make something that's like a vegan Cliff Bar?
No, seriously. Like,
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
yeah. What is? I don't understand. I don't see what's so crazy about that. Your parents or you're taking out loans to go. Why don't you take out a loan to go buy a rental property instead of going to college
Pat-
and get a sociology degree?
Pat, you're absolutely right, man. And then being in debt and then having to pay that
Exactly.
debt over 30 years.
At your marketing job that you're getting paid $40K a year,
And
you're
the
trying to
funny-
live in New York City.
Yeah, and the funny thing about like all these entering jobs is like you need
Yeah.
they tell you that you need experience,
Yeah.
and then they want to pay you $15 an hour
Yeah,
like
it's
after all
insane.
this experience.
You go when I'm looking for new jobs, like you go on these websites, the career websites, and they want like 10 years experience, and then it's
Yeah,
like, we'll
dude.
pay you whatever.
Yeah,
It's like,
That's
okay,
nuts.
whatever.
So here in New York, I'm not sure about where the rest of you guys are listening for, but I think usually actually in the rental market, you're supposed to be making 40 times rent. So
yeah.
to live in a one bedroom in Manhattan, you need to be making 40 times at least $3,000 a month, which
For them
is
to
insane
approve you.
for them to approve you, which is $120,000 a year. And if you're making $120,000
To live in
a
a
year,
shoebox.
and yes,
Yeah.
literally anywhere in the country, you're living in at least a 2-bedroom,
You're in the
2-bathroom
1%.
house. Yeah.
That's the 1%.
What?
120 grand a year.
120,
One
right,
person.
right.
I think even household. I think household 120 grand is the 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
What do you mean look it up? How am I supposed to just say 120,000?
Yes, there's parameters. There's exact parameters of income of what qualifies you for the 1%.
Are you talking about the 1% for the United States?
for the United States? Yes.
100
Oh, for the world, that's like 30 grand a year.
Right. True.
Less than that.
120,000, 1%.
Just
But it's also nuts. You could not, and also think about how many people can actually fit in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's 2 people, but it's likely cramped because your girl's got all of her dresses. You know, if you're styling, you got a couple t-shirts, few jeans. You guys got to split that closet. It's tough. Yada yada yada. Well, Pat, I'm gonna take your word for it. Why?
I was wrong.
What?
I must have went up because
Why?
it used to be pretty low. Now it's
Wait,
saying
why were you wrong?
400. This is saying a family in the United States needs an annual income of at least 421 grand to be in the top percent. Of
Yeah.
earners.
See.
But that means a single.
If we had Katie here, she would have just called that out right away.
s-
Nip your BS in the bud.
a single person
Yeah.
person is not much higher than like 120, 140 grand.
To be in the 1%.
To be in the 1%,
Well, to be in the 1% is an insane feat in general.
Yeah.
And just like being able to barely make it in Manhattan. Like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, if you look
Insane.
in any elevator building with a doorman and like security system or whatever, you're paying for a studio, like in a new development that was built from 2008 until now, you're paying at least $3,100 for like a studio.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude, there's
No, I
studios
know.
in this
Believe me, I
neighborhood
know.
that are $3,100. It's just like,
I know.
it's nuts. And then, you know, the market being so volatile and stuff, you know, these rents aren't really going down. As I said,
And wages are
in
not keeping
Italy.
up.
Yeah, and I said, it's insane. You need all this experience. In
Yeah.
Italy, they stopped mortgage payments. I don't know what they're doing with rent. I can imagine that something is probably being done over there with rent in Italy, but it's definitely a concern for people in New York.
Yeah.
Like, people have to go to work, dude. Like, a lot of people can't work remotely, which is a crazy thought. And you know, the governor, the Cuomo is saying, De Blasio is saying, you know, work from home. But like, dude, in these smaller companies that are 10 people or less, like, you can't work from home. Like, you need everybody in the office for the most part. So
Well,
this
and they're
is
saying
going to
that
be an issue. I think.
Telecommunication infrastructure might not be able to keep up as it currently stands.
How do you mean?
Like bandwidth, there's only a certain amount of bandwidth in the world. So like our
You mean that if
servers, all the servers,
Everyone keeps working from
if
home.
everyone
or-
keeps working from home, bandwidth and servers aren't going to be able to keep up with it basically.
So how are we able to work from the
Basi-
office?
Because
Isn't it
there's
the same situation or
no,
what?
because houses have offices have their own servers. So they have their own like
right.
industrial
Network.
own servers in the building. Whereas if you're
Yes.
working from home, you're working off a private company, like private company that offers public.
Right. But I
Internet.
mean, but having our own router and modem though,
That's
isn't-
not a server though. You're. I don't want to get too techie, but
Yeah, give us a
I
little
don't
tech
even.
action.
I don't even know exactly, but all of them run off some server, some company that's
Oh,
providing
like a
the
direct.
servers.
It's like a generator and the electric situation kind
Basically,
of.
like have you seen those? You know, when you see those big AT&T towers, those big Verizon towers that don't have any windows. You ever seen those? They're in the city.
Yes.
They don't have
Yes.
windows because no one's working there. It's just all servers. It's just rows and rows and rows and
Yes,
rows
yes,
and rows
I
of
have.
servers.
I have seen.
It's like
such
Libsyn. The
buildings.
people who host our podcast are the. You have to have a podcast hosting site because they keep all of the podcasts on their own servers, and then when you go to iTunes and Apple or whatever, they pull them from those servers. So you listen. They're not just like in the cloud or anything. Like
Interesting.
saying?
Very, very nice. So I actually, I had actually been talking about adding a network to a computer. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, I don't think it would be able to catch up just because like it's such a big issue. But just talking about real estate again, maybe there would be some sort of government compensation that would. I don't know. Pay the hold mortgages too. Are we really getting to that point?
I don't think people are people really.
In
So far, they're
Italy,
out
the
for 2
country,
weeks.
the country's on lockdown. So
Yeah,
for those 2 weeks, I mean for a lot of people that puts like a big dent in like their mortgage payment. People
guess,
can't just take 2 weeks off like without any notice
That's true.
and like not get
Like
paid.
I was saying, they don't work in Italy anyway. So I
Right.
don't know what the big
As,
deal is.
as you were saying. Episode 26, do you remember I was briefly talking about a lady that I had met? Not had met. The
talked
lady
about-
that I was speaking to.
Yeah, I think
I don't
so.
want to say older woman, but older woman, older than me.
Okay, yeah.
So like, dude, I was trying to be mature, and oh my god, this is so wooks.
Wait,
So
where
I was
did you
like,
meet this
I was
girl?
trying to be mature.
Woman?
Well, initially I had seen her around. This is like years in the run, in the
Okay.
making. So I had seen her around, then I had like DM'd her. I was like, "Oh my god, you're so beautiful," blah blah blah.
Oh, I know you're
And then she responded, and then we had like
Yeah.
a nice little rapport.
Yeah.
We're about to meet up. Never really met up, and then I had asked her for her number a couple years ago, and she kind of like danced around it, and then we had like plans to meet. I don't know. So it never ended up happening. So then I reached out to her again, and then she had seen one of the guests on our podcast and was like, "Oh my god, like I love her, blah
yeah,
blah blah." So when I had asked her for her email, she gave me like info@hername.com. When I asked her for her number.
Yeah.
So she just gave me her email address. I was like, "Oh my god, what? Like
That's
this
so
is brutal.
lame.
Like
Yeah.
this is like not gonna be a real estate question. Like I want to you for a drink, babe."
Yeah,
So
seriously.
I sent her an email the other morning. I was like, the subject was "good morning," like capital good and then morning, and then it was like have it, and then I said have a nice day, smiley face.
What was the body?
And
Oh,
then
that's all
she-
you said? It's
yeah,
good
and
morning,
then-
have a nice day.
Yeah. Good morning. The subject line, have a nice day in the body, and she was like, "Thank you." I feel like that was just like a mature guy move.
Yeah, so mature, man.
You know
With
what I
the
mean?
smiley face.
Yeah, I want to add a little bit of touch there.
Right,
But
okay.
yep. So that happened, and I haven't heard back. Well,
Yeah.
all she said was thank you, and I think that's it, man.
Okay, and
That's
then-
it with the chase. I
it's
think like
over.
I've gone far enough.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Thank you. I got you by my side. Thank God. Perfect. So, Pat, again, do any of your friends maybe want this Ted Jones World shirt?
I've already
We
given some out.
Yeah, I have given some out.
I haven't,
Whoever would like one, let me know. I will get you one. Shipping may cost you a little bit.
No, you don't. You don't make them pay. For
I don't make them
shipping.
pay for shipping. I'll just make you pay for the shirt. Fucking 100 mil.
put it
Excuse
in a
me. I
flat-
didn't mean to
U-
talk about that.
UPS
I didn't mean to
flat
say
rate back.
bad language like that. Flat
Go to
pack
the UPS store.
directly
They
to your
have
door.
them. They have them there. You don't even have to pay for them. You put them in. You seal it up. You send it off. It's like $6.
Boom. Pat knows the UPS system a lot better than I do. Okay, cool. Pat, so we usually do a segment in this show called, you got it queued up there? Don't do that. Where we just get to the bottom of things, where somebody may have done something that's annoying, or we had seen something that somebody did that was annoying. Just something that people need to straighten up and really get I don't really know how to put it, really get their act together. This sounds like a very more aggressive. This sounds very more aggressive than I mean. I meant to say that this sounds, more aggressive than I actually mean, which is exactly what I just said. So Pat, do you have?
Glad you got through that.
So, yeah, I know, dude. So do you have a don't do that for us for this week, man?
Yeah, actually I do.
You do?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so let it out, bro.
Someone was showing me yesterday this guy's Instagram, and he was like this male model type.
Yeah.
And his bio and in his on his Instagram was international woman respecter. And he was like,
way. That's great.
This F boy like takes his shirt off in pictures, like makes cringy TikTok video models, like model guy, and his bio is international woman respecter, and it's just so obnoxious because it's so cringe because it's clear what he's doing. Obviously, it's like trying to get attention from women by saying he respects women, which in turn is basically demeaning women because he's just trying to use this like thing that he respects women to try and get girls. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
No, wait, who specifically or what?
No, this one guy.
Oh no, I don't.
No. You know what I'm talking about? What I'm saying.
Specifically with a guy that's very transparent.
That's fake transparent.
Right.
Fake
Yes.
transparent.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like you
Same
can see
thing.
through them. What you're saying.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. Very
You know what I'm saying?
transparent.
Like
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't try and or when a guy like tries to, which you can compliment a girl, that's fine.
Absolutely.
When a guy is like, oh, I like your dress. Like I like your shoes. Where they're trying to be coy about giving
like
them a
your
compliment,
shoes.
but you're really trying to hit on them. Your
Yeah,
motives are still the
squidge.
same. Like
Man.
you're not coy. You're like, you're
and
not
to be
being,
honest, I don't know. I for one can see the transparency. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Well, I think
females
it's
can see it. Well,
I
they
think it's
probably can.
person to person, probably. Even the person giving the compliment, or just saying shit like international woman respecter. Like, come on, man.
That's insane. I would love to see this guy's IG. Maybe shout out his tag.
No, I don't think so.
No, you don't have
I'll
to
show
do
it to
that.
you later.
Excuse me. Pat, I don't have one. What should I say?
I don't know. What's been bothering you?
What's been bothering me?
People eating meat.
Yeah, man, we got to cut that out.
more meat.
Because I think that's how this virus initially started, bro. It didn't come
Eating
out of thin
meat?
air, right?
Yeah, it could have came out of a lab.
Yeah, but it didn't come out of
Are
a.
we doing
it
conspiracy
didn't-
again? I'm
Yeah, but it
kidding.
didn't come out of a lab that's combining pea protein with coleslaw and tempeh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, do you have any other topics for us right now?
No, I mean, not really.
Let's cut. Let's have another one. This is good. We're fucking flowing well. What? Okay. Say Pat, that these glasses are real. I'm not just wearing
Oh
them.
yeah, they are.
I can't see without them, really. Well, not see, but
I have bad vision too.
what number are your eyes?
Bad.
What do you have contacts?
-375.
Oh, okay. I need to go back to the eye doctor, but I'm like a -275 right now. I think I will be a -3 by the time
I'm
there.
different. In one eye, my left eye is worse than my right eye.
Oh,
Yeah,
that happens.
I want to
sometimes.
just get LASIK, but
Yeah, me too.
my
It's
mom
been
got
cool
it
for
when
a while.
my mom got it when it first came out. It
Yeah.
messed up her eyes.
Really?
Yeah, they fucked it up.
No way.
Yeah.
So what happened? They
It
got
was brand
worse?
new. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Wait, did she get them, like she got it again, or
I don't remember what she got some other kind of surgery, I believe.
how are her eyes now?
I think they're okay.
Right.
But
Still
she's,
needs
like,
glasses.
Negative like 5 or 6. Like
So what did she start out
legally
as?
blind is like -7.
Oh my goodness.
It didn't make it much worse. It just didn't work, and it made it slightly worse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did she get a refund?
I don't even remember. I was
She
like,
should. We got to vouch for
I
her.
was very young.
Way
But it was
back
just
in the day.
it was early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
Yeah, dude, that's when
it just came out.
my dad got it.
Yeah.
And he was like had eye patches on for like 2 days.
Yeah.
LASIK surgery. Have you guys ever gotten it? Let us
I'm sure
know.
It's pretty easy now. I mean, everyone.
Right.
You can
You
walk
just
into
slice off the cornea. Yeah.
You can walk into a bodega,
$200 an
dude.
eye.
One of those like Asian massage parlors. They'll do a LASIK for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's all they'll do for you. So Pat, this was supremely fun today. Episode 28 with the boys sitting here on the couch. Ted Jones World. Pat, I'll say it for the third time. Show this Friday. Show next Friday. And in between this Friday and next Friday, you and I putting on a little situation downstairs on a Wednesday.
Yep.
So DM us for that address, and we'll give it to you.
Maybe.
All right? Maybe.
Maybe give it.
We will
We'll
maybe
give you a hint.
give it to you. We will
Yeah.
hint it up.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you there.
All right.
Hopefully.
Goodbye. Thank you so much. And see you next week for episode 29. Peace.